Omo, good girl no dey pay o. Married men na the way. Tina, find one for me na. Even if na old papa, I go manage.
Tina spent her 20s and 30s following married men, dragging husbands from their wives, jumping from one hotel to another, chasing a life of luxury until she messed with one wrong woman who altered her destiny. And now she's 55, alone and living with a curse she cannot break. If you met Tina during her glory days, you would have sworn she had life completely figured out. She was beautiful. Not just beautiful, the kind of beautiful that made conversation stop when she entered a room. Tall, elegant, curvy in all the right places. Her skin glowed. Her hair was always perfect. Her outfits looked like they had walked straight out of a fashion magazine. And Tina knew it. Oh, she knew it very well. While other young women dreamed of finding true love, Tina dreamed of luxury. She wanted designer bags. She wanted first-class flights. She wanted expensive perfumes. She wanted a life where she could enter a store, point at anything she liked, and buy it without checking the price tag. The problem was that Tina wasn't interested in struggling with anybody. Whenever young men approached her, she would laugh. Love? She would say, "Can love buy me a Benz?" Her friends would burst into laughter. "Can love pay my rent?" More laughter. "Can love take me to Zanzibar?" The laughter would become louder. In Tina's eyes, young men were a waste of time. She preferred older men, married men, successful men, men with fat bank accounts, men who could spend money without banking. And over the years, Tina became very good at attracting them. Very good.
One businessman rented an apartment for her. Another bought her jewelry. Another paid for her vacations. Tina moved from one wealthy man to another, enjoying the benefits that came with each relationship. Then one day, she met Tunde and everything changed. Tunde wasn't just wealthy. Tunde was powerful. A respected politician. A man whose name opened doors. A man whose phone calls could change lives. When Tunde saw Tina for the first time, he was captivated. When Tina saw Tunde, she saw opportunity. Their relationship moved quickly. Soon, expensive gifts began arriving. Designer handbags, luxury shoes, gold jewelry, bundles of cash. Then came the car, a brand new Benz. Tunde screamed so loudly that neighbors came outside to check what happened. She couldn't believe it. Then came vacations, luxury hotels, private resorts, exotic destinations, and finally, an expensive apartment. The kind of apartment she had always dreamed about. Tina felt she had won. Her friends practically lived at her place. Every weekend, music blasted through the apartment. Food filled the tables. Drinks flowed endlessly. Everybody wanted to be around Tina. Everybody wanted a taste of her glamorous lifestyle. "Tina, my friend," one friend would laugh. "You not going to introduce me to one of Tunde's friends? How big now?" Another would add. "Even if na old man, I no mind." The room would explode with laughter. Life was good. Oh, so Tina thought. Because while Tina was busy showing off, someone else was watching. Someone quiet. Someone patient. Someone hot. Tunde's wife. For years, that woman had stood beside her husband. She had supported him when he had nothing. She had endured difficult days. She had helped build the life Tina was now enjoying. And she watched everything. The vacations, the gifts, the social media posts, the expensive bags, the endless flaunting. She watched silently until one afternoon, Tina was at home with her friends. Music was playing. Everyone was laughing. Then her phone rang. Unknown number. She answered. Immediately, a furious voice exploded through the speaker. "Leave my husband alone.
The room went silent. The woman continued. You weren't there when we suffered together. You weren't there when we had nothing. Stop destroying my home. At first, Tina was startled, but then she noticed all her friends staring at her. She didn't want to look weak, so she pressed the speaker button. The entire room listened. The wife kept talking, begging, warning, crying. Tina rolled her eyes. Then she laughed, a dangerous laugh. You have time to call me? Tina said mockingly. Her friends giggled. Instead of facing your husband, you are calling me. More laughter. You should focus on your marriage instead of stressing yourself over me. Oloshi. The room erupted. Everybody laughed. Some nearly fell off their chairs. The wife became silent. Very silent. Then Tina ended the call and the party continued.
But somewhere, a woman's heart hardened. A few days later, Tunde's wife decided she had cried enough. She wanted revenge. She sought help from a powerful herbalist. She took a photo of Tina from social media, and a terrible curse was placed upon her. The next morning, Tina woke up feeling perfectly normal. She showered, applied expensive lotion, sprayed costly perfume, wore a designer outfit. Everything seemed fine until she spoke. The cleaner in her apartment suddenly covered his nose. Tina frowned. What is wrong with you? The cleaner quickly looked away. She ignored it. Hours later, she met one of her friends. Again, the friend kept touching her nose, stepping backward, looking uncomfortable. That evening, things became worse. Much worse. Tina opened her mouth to speak, and a horrifying odor filled the room. People immediately recoiled. Someone almost gagged. The smell was unbearable. Not ordinary bad breath. Something far worse. It seemed to follow her everywhere. The more she spoke, the stronger it became. Soon, Tina could not take it anymore. The disgrace was too much. She bought expensive toothpaste. Nothing changed. She bought mouthwash. Nothing changed. She changed her toothbrush. Nothing changed. She visited dentists, specialists, hospitals, clinics. Nobody found anything wrong. Every test came back normal. Yet, the smell remained. Doctors wore face masks around her. Some appointments ended early. Others simply admitted they couldn't explain it. Then came the worst part.
Tunde, when he visited her apartment, he stood outside. The moment Tina opened her mouth to greet him, his face changed. He pretended to receive an urgent call. Within minutes, he was gone. After that day, his visits reduced, then stopped completely. His calls became fewer. His messages became shorter. The money stopped coming. The gifts stopped coming. The attention disappeared. One by one, her friends vanished too. The same friends who enjoyed her food. The same friends who wore gifts she bought. The same friends who begged to meet wealthy men. All of them disappeared. Tina was alone, desperate and frightened. To find answers, she sold her bags, then her shoes, then her wigs, then her jewelry, then her car. Money disappeared like water. Still no solution. She went from church to church, prayer house to prayer house. She fasted, prayed, cried. Nothing changed. Eventually, she lost her apartment because she could not pay the rent. The glamorous life was over. She tried returning to her parents because she felt if anyone would abandon her, it wouldn't be family. But even there, people struggled to stay near her. Fear filled the house. Nobody understood what was happening, so they sent her out. Only one person refused to abandon her. A cousin. The cousin believed there had to be a spiritual explanation. Together, they searched for help. Eventually, they found a herbalist. After several consultations, the herbalist revealed something shocking. This is not ordinary. Tina trembled. The person responsible is a woman whose husband you took. Tina froze. The herbalist continued. The curse can only be reversed if we obtain a photograph of that woman. Finally, a solution. Or so she thought. The herbalist eventually identified the woman, Tunde's wife. Tina immediately began searching Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Nothing, no pictures, no profile, no trace. The woman seemed invisible. Days became weeks, weeks became months, months became years. No photograph, no reversal, no freedom. Tina would cry out her eyes, still yet. The smell remained, and life moved on without her. Years passed, then decades. The beautiful young woman who once dominated every room became a lonely figure sitting inside a tiny apartment. The luxury was gone. The Benz was gone. The designer bags were gone. The friends were gone. The men were gone. Everything was gone. At 55 years old, Tina often sat alone by the window in a modest apartment, watching people pass by, thinking about her youth, thinking about the vacations, the parties, the money, the laughter, the choices she made, and how quickly everything disappeared. Sometimes she would whisper to herself, "If only I had listened." But by then, it was too late. Some mistakes cost money, some mistakes cost relationships, and some mistakes cost an entire lifetime. Please do not forget to follow, comment, like and repost. It would really mean a lot to me, besties. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Bye, besties.